Today is Wednesday, August the 5th. So we are going to go around Haig Mill, up and over yonder somewhere, and then we're going to head toward Gondoliers for lunch. First time been over here since I finished the paving on the trail. They didn't pave across the lower end of the dam this time around anyway. It's nice and breezy up on top. And we're back to pavement. So I guess they both paved both sides of the dam, but not across it. We are splitting up. He's taking the high road on the paved path. I'm taking the wooded part. Paved path is probably shorter anyway, but next to the oldest grandson, Austin's walking with us today, so we're kind of splitting up because we don't know which way he's going to go. We don't know if he's going to get onto the wooded path or if he's going to take the paved path the whole way. So you'll see him go by. There he goes by the trees. Haven't been over here in a while walking. I've made it to the 1.5 mile marker. They're way up there ahead of me up on the trail up there. I've had a lot of zigzags, and they just have a straight path. So it's taking me a little bit longer. They're ahead of me, but it's all right. Me coming down here gave me the chance to stop and use my funnel and pee. So on this trail now, you can still have the woodsy part, or up there's the paved path. So, pretty good. We did 8 miles yesterday, did 4 yesterday morning, and 4 last night, or yesterday evening, got home at dark. So today we're going to push for about 11 maybe. Going to connect, let's see, 1, 2 trails plus some road walking today. Be about 5.5 miles up and over a mountain and about 5.5 miles back. We'll grab lunch while we're in town, so, and then we'll walk back. I was a little worried last night, or not really worried, but just a little concerned that I'd be hurting too bad today to do this 11 miles, because when we got home last night after the 8, knees were a little sore, calves were sore, back was sore, but it was all pavement walking, so that's probably why I was so sore. But it took me to leave last night before I went to bed, or Advil, ibuprofen, yeah, ibuprofen. So it took me 2 ibuprofen, put some icy hot on my knees before I went to bed. Today I get up feeling fine. I started to wear my knee braces today, but I just decided I have them with me in case my knees get to bother me, but I also have my icy hot with me. I put some of it on before I started walking, so maybe I won't have to put the hot knee braces on. Whew. It's very humid. They'll probably get up here and be sitting on a bench waiting on me when I get to the other end, because they're done up to the other end already, I know. They got a little bit ahead of me when I stopped to pee. They're probably good 2/10 of a mile ahead of me, and they're on pavement, so they can walk a lot faster. So we'll see. But Tim also this morning, I don't know if we're gonna walk or not. That 11 miles. My glutes hurt. I said, well, best way to get over the pain is to walk some more. Because that's why they're hurting, because you hadn't walked in a while. So he said, okay, we'll go. So I still don't see them. They're a pretty good piece ahead of me. But that's all right. I'm enjoying their alone time anyway, not having to try to keep up with anybody. Just walk at my own pace. I'll have to get me a drink of water when I get over here to the other part, though. Then we'll have a lot of flat walking for a while. For probably another mile on this other connector trail. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's a connector trail because it is part of the Haig Mill Loop, but it's an extension of it. So if you just want to do the 3.5 on the wooded part, and then they did an extension, goes down behind some businesses down by the creek. So we'll get onto that one, follow it on over toward town, and then go up and over a mountain down the other side out to a little neighborhood, and then walk down through outskirts of town a little bit. Coming up on the 2-mile mark and the opening. Hello, Mr. Crow. And over there, I see them over there walking on over there. I told you they were ahead of me. They just sit down over there waiting on me. I'm coming out at the North Dam access point. I gotta go up this way a little bit. I need to make a link across through there to connect those two. Back onto the paved. Right now it's a cloudy day, but very humid. We do have our umbrellas in case it rains. Two nice young men waiting on me. So we're coming to the end of this one. I think it's 1.25 miles on this path. About to take a sit down breather for a minute. Probably not. Cross the road and head on. Alright, to the end of this one. This is the Mill Line Trail. We got a porta potty here. We hit the low walking portion. Go up here to this bridge and turn back to the left, I think. So we're on the Mount Rachel Loop Trail now. Go up. There's a little neighborhood across the road. So there's the road we turned off. Straight across behind this little house, and there's a parking area. And we'll begin our hike up Mount Rachel. Wind around and around. Might get me another little drink of water here in a minute. Stop and get my sticks out of my pack. And up through yonder we go. Made it up that little hill. Walked down my power lines for a little bit. And we've kind of had a change of plans. Instead of walking the 11 miles over and back, we're just going to do the 5.5 over to Gondoliers, because our grandson left his keys in her van at Haig Lake. So he had to take the keys to the van, go back 1.5 miles, and then he's going to drive the van to Gondoliers to his car. So we'll make it a 5.5 roundabout today, and then with some mountain climb. And then maybe later this evening we may, after we rest and stuff, we might walk the 4 miles to the motorcycle trails and back. We'll see later today. We're about to go up, over and around Mount Rachel. Kind of overcast, but man, it's muggy. Alright, now we're starting the woods walk. A little cooler in here. Up and around, up and around. In case you miss your turn, because it looks like the trail used to go that way. But there's a blue arrow. They need to go up around this way. Go up around right here, and I think we'll be on the top of that lower ridge for a while. I had to stop and get a drink of water. Wildlife has the right of way. He was supposed on the bank a little bit more, but it's deciding it wants to cross. I can't wait all day, buddy. You're pretty. Let's keep moving. You gonna come down to see me? You coming down to see me? You gonna walk down beside me? All right, I'm going around. I got to get on up the mountain. Still on up and around. Pouring sweat. We'll cross over a little road up here, and then I think it might level out a little bit, and then we'll make it to the power lines, and then at the power lines we'll take a left, go down the hill into the neighborhoods and down into town. If I had waited a few minutes ago, I topped the hill back there when I said I stopped and got water. Just as I topped the hill around the curve was a bench to sit on, where Tim, aka Tagalong, was sitting there waiting. So, on top of that tower up there is where you can see the Christmas star in town that lights up during Christmas time. So, this is the forest road to get up to it, or county road, whatever. Now we gotta go across. Whew. A little bit flatter on this side for right now. Whew. A little bit easier walking on this side. I can kind of catch my breath a little bit. We're not climbing. So, I think it's easy peasy from here to the power line. Had some downhill from up there. We came across the top, down and around. Now we got some more steep downhill right here. And we'll go to the bench that I was talking about. I can see it from the top back there, because somebody's been taking shortcuts from the bench up the side of the hill. They needed a bench back up the top up there, because that'd be a pretty good little climb up through there. But I think it gets a little bit steeper down on this side again. Maybe not. Looks like a lot of switchbacks on this other side. Bench and the trash can. There's the shortcut somebody took up through there. That's the way we came down. Go down here and switch back, and then there's the power lines. where we get down there, we'll take a left and go down into the neighborhood and start down into town. Power lines is down yonder a while ago. They're going this way. Woo! Woo! Tim's a hollering, make sure I'm okay. He didn't realize I had stopped, as usual. He never realizes I stopped. He just keeps on barreling like a bull. Get down here and on the road and trade these hiking sticks for an umbrella. Block some of this sun. We'll have to come back up. Well, no, we won't be coming back up this way today since we're not doing the over and back. That comes down to this nice little day use park. They have bathrooms down here, but I wasn't real sure how clean they would be or if they'd even be open, so I just went up in the woods. Now we just walk down the road through the neighborhood. We'll come out West Park Street onto North Hamilton Street. We'll take a left, head toward the old Kmart, down to Gondoliers for lunch. So we've made it to the old Kmart building. Walking down toward Gondoliers for lunch. At Gondoliers for lunch, 12:30.